How's it going, people? It is Liam Cattleson here with another episode of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland, as we get into episode number 2, with the introductory episode being very, very entertaining. I really enjoyed the setup of things, not just a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, but seemingly something unique as well, with Alice popping back to Wonderland, especially now that Cyrus, someone that she loved before, in trouble. And not just that though, but from the antagonistic side of things, we don't just have the Red Queen running things, but also Jafar as well. We've got a bit of Aladdin incorporation because, of course, Cyrus seemingly relates to the genie from the classic Aladdin tale. So, yeah, it will be very, very interesting to go along with this, of course, quest to try and rescue Cyrus, with Alice teaming up, of course, with the Knave, who is just really, I think he was probably my favourite character so far. It's only been one episode, but I don't know, he just had so much chemistry with him, and he's just very, very entertaining. So, yeah, but I was really, really enjoying things with the first episode, and I'm hoping to continue that coming into this episode. So with that said, let's get into episode number 2 for Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. Let's go. Oh, that was a good ploy, even if it risks your life, buddy.
Where did you send him? I don't know. Please. What is it you desire?
Okay, Lucifer Morningstar.
Town Tum Tree. It's a place where nobody goes.
With a name like that, why would they? Unless they were a Care Bear.
What's a Care Bear?
Never mind.
The stuff of demons.
Leave him be. Poor rabbit's been through enough.
Which is Alice speak for, he's slowing us down.
Come on, Nate.
Ouch! Oh! I was gonna say, are they paying tribute to Bowie? With the... Yeah, they are!
Come out, wherever you are.
Hey, nice rhyming.
I've cleared your day. I'll find the bottle so I can get Alice to make those wishes. And you can have your Tweedle sweep her up too.
Oh my goodness. Clean up in aisle 4.
Harder. Harder. Honey.
Okay, whatever floats your boat.
I know exactly where it is.
Oh, wabbit. Wabbit, wabbit, wabbit.
I suppose we could swim across.
No, we can't.
He's being dangled by the ears,
If
so...
you're afraid of dangers lurking beneath the surface, I can handle.
I can't swim.
Ah!
How?
I am the fairy Silver Mist. Where may I...
By yourself.
Oh!
How's it going?
Oh!
There it is.
I take it you two know.
Pretty good, apparently.
You always were a curious girl. Good luck, Alice.
Wait,
So what happens now?
is he leaving? I thought she was bringing him back to prove something, I guess.
So I can wish for anything. I
Unless this is one of the proliferate... I don't know, it's just she
The laws of
captured
magic,
it.
as it were.
want. Laws of magic.
Yes. Take a walk. I can give you some suggestions.
I'd like that very much.
I wish for a pony. I wish for Bob and biscuits. For days.
Not nearly as much as I'm going to enjoy this.
Whoa! Oh,
I can't tell you how long I've been waiting for that. Trust
Were
me.
you just lying about...
We have to get him.
I put my emotions in check.
No detours.
Bloody hell.
I'm in it for the wish. Just like everybody else looking for a genie.
Well, not her.
Something wrong. You seem a little on edge.
Sorry. Being a genie, it's a lot like being a wanted man.
Someone's always after you.
for a more powerful purpose, right?
Not everyone plays very long. They make their wishes and then they just move on.
It is a sad life for
Just like to be moved on
Cyrus.
from.
I find it hard to imagine anyone wanting to move on from you.
He's such a flirt.
What you need, my girl, is to be quiet. What you need,
Like the residents, she's frozen. Oh,
silent, follow orders. Most of all, be grateful for the air I'm allowing you to breathe. We're not partners.
shit.
We make a wonderful team.
He has her on a bloody leash. It's
I'm never gonna make
quite
it there.
haunting.
It's miles and miles away.
True. This is a bit of a setback, I'll give you that. But I'm sure we'll find another way.
How?
Give me a minute.
60, 59, 50.
2 minutes.
Oh man. and his knife just like, yeah, okay, I'll just relax here. Slowly does it.
Opponent, which means you have to know who you're up against.
I'll remember that.
Know your enemy.
So, Alice, what now?
I think I know my opponent. I think I know his weakness.
Really?
I hope so.
Ah, so cute.
Looks like I was right.
Ever had a heart, I don't know what happened to it. But then again, maybe your
Oh.
precious Anastasia used it all up.
Wait, what?
You're right. I don't feel terrible. And so is the man that she loves, whose life is literally hanging in the balance as we speak.
Damn, Nave standing up for
Don't
her.
make the good
Love
guys
it.
pay for the bad guys' mistakes. I am sorry, Silver Mist, for everything.
Be on with you then.
Really?
Get out of here. Go.
Made a pretty compelling point there, but Anastasia? Okay, let's spill some beans there.
Certain Cyrus.
I can't allow that to happen. Because at some point you're going to make your wishes and move on with your life. And while I've gotten used to
It's a
being
sad
alone inside this
curse.
body for years at a time, the thought of spending an eternity there without you is too much for me to bear.
But if I don't make my wishes, I'll never go back inside.
Everyone makes their wishes.
Big brain.
Won't never move on from you. If you never move on from me.
No matter what. Oh. You love this exploration about how much they care deeply for one
What do
another.
you propose we do with this?
Eat it?
The bottle's not here.
Oh!
It was.
Then why are we here?
I wanted
Rabbit.
to show who we're up against, and now I do.
She tricked him.
That's why you kept telling everybody where we're headed.
The one thing you can count on in Wonderland is that you can't count on anyone.
What a good thought process.
Tower of Tigers? The windmill?
Ah, yes.
And there's the dandelion.
These actually aren't half bad. You're lucky no one came along and ate your bloody landmark.
Ah, it's gone. It's for crying out loud. Someone's been following her to.
The bottle, it's gone.
What with you holding all the cards and me holding nothing? But all that's changed now, hasn't it?
Oh, wow. I love her flair.
And I have the bottle. You will get what you want. Why is it such a difficult concept for everyone? Now tell me. How did you really know where that bottle was hidden? You never did say.
I saw them.
Of course.
Before we do
Of
this,
course.
understand, life with me will not be easy.
I do know something about love. But that doesn't mean I'm right about you two. Do you believe that he truly loves you, Cyrus?
I did.
Well, that's good then.
There's still hope, though.
Because when somebody truly loves you, they can never move on.
My father did.
I'm sorry?
But did he really love
He
you?
loved me.
And it is a love that cannot be broken. Not by 1,000 spells or swords. So it is with my heart in your hands that I ask you to grant me one wish. Leave Wonderland. You are not safe here. You cannot save me.
Do you think she's gonna listen? She's gonna
Anything worse than
give it
living
all
life
she's
would be
got.
knowing that
You say to leave for your own safety. She's not gonna listen. She's gonna kick ass. Love cannot deter destiny. That's what I say. There's always got to be a way, like for love to find a way, and that's what she's gonna do. So yeah, it's a nope in terms of going back and whatnot, because yeah. But it is great to have this episode explore their relationship and how there is this curse, really. Because of, you know, his occupation, there is that inevitability, really, that one day she would lose him. Although it's always a case of never say never for her, but it's still something to worry about, isn't it? And whatnot. But yeah, hats off to the Red Queen. I mean, yeah, she might have that spite in her, but I love the fact that she stands up so well against the against Jafar. He wants to try and have that power over her, but she's not going to take it. She's going to find her own way and say, listen, Jafar, piss off. So, but love the continuation for this episode. And we got a bit of the Knave as well, which is pretty interesting. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff this episode. So I gotta say that I feel like this episode presented a much better establishment of things compared to the first episode. I mean, don't get me wrong, I thought the first episode was a neat introduction, especially how there is such a vast difference to the, I guess, splendor of, I guess you could say, of Wonderland, and the bleakness of where Alice, of England, I guess. So, and not just that though, but a great establishment of sorts. But I feel like with this episode, we got a lot more of a layered dynamic between Cyrus and Alice, of course. That was... things were set up in the first episode, but we got to see a bit more of a bigger establishment between them two in this episode, and just, I guess, the significance of Alice rescuing Cyrus, or finding Cyrus, should I say. We get to have that grasp about why it's so important, why Cyrus is so important with Alice. I mean, obviously there was an establishment of love with Cyrus and Alice for the first episode, but we get to see a bit more potency with their relationship, and you know, that curse of being a genie, and how Alice wants to kind of defy the odds, really, and be with him for eternity. So I really liked how this episode did explore that a lot more further. Obviously, I think with the first episode, it's more so setting things up. We're in new terrain. We're not in your typical Storybrooke setting. It's just, you know, planting the seeds. But this allows more wiggle room for further dynamics, like Jafar and the Queen, like Cyrus and Alice. So yeah, but it's also you know, has room for exploration for other characters like Cyrus, because of course he had a history with Silver Mist, who is not too fond of him. as we saw, playing onto his fears, really. Well, I wouldn't say fears, but, you know, drowning, not really a nice thing to have, so... yeah, I really loved the exploration of Will further, mentioning Anastasia. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that related to Cinderella? Yeah, I am thinking that she is. It's been a while, but I think she is related to Cinderella, if I recall. I'm not 100% certain, but I feel like obviously we're going to see that dynamic at some point in flashback territory, or maybe a future reveal, who knows, but we'll just have to wait and see. But it is really great to have a bit of the focus on Will, and, you know, not just his charismatic charm that he portrayed in the first episode, but a bit of that depth, because you had Alice saying you wouldn't know what it's like to love, and you had that dejected feeling. So yeah, but yeah, really great stuff with this episode. Like I said, I really loved the Red Queen standing up against Jafar in this episode. So yeah, especially with the fact that you have these two at odds with each other, and not just that though, but yeah, like it's really great to see her turning the tide against Jafar. Jafar thinks he has all the cards, especially with the genie being held captive. He just needs the bottle, really, and the wishes to be used up, and then he's mine. But yeah, she beat him to the punch, and yeah, obviously it was inevitable that the rabbit would spill the beans to the location of where the bottle really is. But it's still really great to you know, have Jafar think, okay, I am inches closer to getting what I desire, and then he's just been led astray. So yeah, but. Not just that though, but the fact that the Queen just has that advantage is really great, because we've seen it in the last episode, and we saw it for the majority of this episode, about how, I would say, domineering he is to the Red Queen, and we know that the Queen has that very she does have that spite, she does have that vindictiveness, so it's really great to see them two play this kind. I don't know if the cat and mouse game is a perfect comparison to you know, how these two are playing, but you know, she is really doing a good job at like the actress is really doing a good job at showing that venom in this character, and just how she, like, how you think there is that vulnerability, and yet she has the high ground at the end. It's just perfect. So yeah, it's really good to see this dynamic between Jafar and the Queen, and not just that though, but obviously after there was that reveal, like midway through the last episode, you're allowed to have things a bit more fleshed out between the pair. So yeah, but yeah, really great stuff. So yeah, but I am really loving the red. I love the focus on Jafar, don't get me wrong, but I do love you know, the Queen's mannerisms and whatnot. Now, there was a moment where she was confronting the audience of the people and whatnot before they became Thanos, basically. And there were two characters who were paying tribute to Bowie. And, you know, that's obviously a reference because I love my Bowie, so yeah. So there's no mistake about it that they were both paying tribute to Bowie. But I do have a feeling they, like, especially how identical they are. I don't know if that's like Tweedledum and Tweedledee, so yeah, but I'm just basing the hunch based on how they are essentially duplicate. So yeah, but I really loved that tribute because I'm a huge Bowie fan. So yeah. Anyways, I digress. Yeah. It was really good to have that focus on Alice and Cyrus's relationship, as well as finding out a bit more about what he can and cannot do in terms of wishes, which is, I think it's pretty standard for the genie, for the genie, when you say you can't wish for people dead, you can't bring people back, etc. So yeah, but obviously we know that Jafar has been so adamant on making sure that the rules are changed in terms of magic and whatnot. So yeah, but yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what does happen, because I do feel like Jafar will, like, whilst the Queen has the high ground at the moment, Jafar's going to find his way. I just have a real bad feeling. So yeah, but we'll just have to wait and see what does happen, because I feel like he is going to be the bigger problem compared, like, that's the way I feel like it's going, with the Queen thinking that she holds all the cards against him. Yeah, so yeah, but it was really great to discover more about Will, to discover about Alice and Cyrus's relationship, which yeah, it does feel a lot more layered compared to the first episode, because I think there was a bit of that harshness where I wasn't really, too big on the whole relationship in the first episode, but I think that's because of the fact that we didn't get much depth between the pair. But I think it's understandable, because they were just setting things up for the first episode, and now we can explore things a bit further, and that we did with the second episode. So I'm glad that we did with this episode explore things further between Alice and Cyrus, and how Cyrus feels so compelled given his occupation, and how different this kind of feels. Not just that though, but what he sees in Alice, it really does make his heart beat twice as fast. But it's great to see their dynamic, and Alice learning quite a bit from Cyrus. And not just that though, but of course, like I said, Will, which I'm sure will get expanded upon at some point in the future. So yeah, but I feel like this was pretty essential, and not just exploring more from the antagonists and getting a bit more of, I guess, an appreciation of their characters, but also getting an appreciation between Alice and Cyrus's relationship, and making you feel a bit more compelled to the pair of them. So yeah, but yeah, pretty neat stuff with this episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. I will see you guys next time. Toodles!